What was meant to be an inspiring Teachers' Day event at a government school in Chennai quickly spiraled into a controversy, leaving the Tamil Nadu School Education Department scrambling to contain the damage. The trouble began when a spiritual speaker, Mahavishnu, founder of the Paramparul Foundation, delivered a talk to students, claiming that inequality at birth is determined by past life karma. Let's take a look at this viral video.
What is your problem? என்ன பேசணும் ஒரு நிமிஷம் let me deal this. I am not angry. I am asking very clearly. See, I am very stable and asking. என்ன பேசணும் நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. மறுபிறவியை பத்தி வேற யார் சொல்லி கொடுப்பா? மறுபிறவியை பத்தி வேற யார் சொல்லி கொடுப்பா? ஆன்மீகம்னா என்ன? ஆன்மீகம்னா என்ன? ஒரு நிமிஷம் மேடம். ஆன்மீகம் என்றால் என்ன? அரசு பள்ளியில ஆன்மீகம் பேசக்கூடாது யார் சொன்னது? ஏதாவது இருக்கா? லா இருக்கா? எந்த லால இருக்கு? அரசு பள்ளியில் ஆன்மீகம் பேசக்கூடாது எந்த லா இருக்கு? அரசு பள்ளியில் ஆன்மீகம் பேசக்கூடாது எந்த லா இருக்கு? இந்தியன் கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் லா சொல்லுதா? ஆமா லா சொல்லுது. சிஓ.
Joining me now is Shilpa Nair from India Today to tell us what exactly the controversy is about. Shilpa, what is the core of the controversy surrounding the speech by the spiritual speaker?
Well, Deepthi, it all started with certain government schools in Chennai. At least 2 schools is what we know of at this point in time. 2 government schools really inviting this particular spiritual speaker named Mahavishnu to address the students, to give them a motivational speech. Now, that is done very frequently by schools across the state and anywhere else in the country as well. So this school, these 2 government schools had invited this spiritual speaker named Mahavishnu. And when he attended this particular event, the speech that he gave, there were several regressive ideas that he put forward. In fact, in one of the video clips that's now going viral on social media platforms, Mahavishnu is heard talking about past life, sins committed in the past life, karma, and the present life. For instance, he goes on to say that people who are born with diseases or disability, or people who are born poor, the reason why they're undergoing all that is because of the sins that they committed in their past life, and our current life is it happens on the basis of what we've done in our past life. This is one idea that he put forward. When this happened, of course, there was a teacher named Shankar. He's a Tamil teacher, Tamil language teacher in one of these schools. And he's a visually challenged teacher as well. So he stood up and said, look, this is objectionable. This is not right what you're talking about. And in fact, schools are not the place where you come and preach spiritualism. That was Shankar's argument, and he took strong objection to what Mahavishnu was saying. And Mahavishnu also at that point in time lost his school. In fact, it led to a huge heated argument between teacher Shankar and Mahavishnu, where Mahavishnu was heard speaking in a very intimidating manner to the teacher, saying that you need to answer me. Do you think you're more knowledgeable than the authorities or officials above you? Who says we can't preach spiritualism in school? Is there a law regarding that? All of these questions, this particular gentleman, the spiritual speaker, was heard asking. So when you watch the clip, it becomes very evident that this school teacher who objected to Mahavishnu's speech was insulted. He was spoken to in a very rude manner by Mahavishnu. And it's not just this clip, but throughout his speech, there are portions which are quite objectionable, is what many people are saying. And that's the reason why the DMK government, especially the school education department in Tamil Nadu, has come under massive criticism from many people, saying that how did the school allow such a person to come and put forward such ideas? These are impressionable young students who could get carried away by such thoughts. So there's a lot of flack that the state government is receiving over this incident.
And Shilpa, what are some of the actions that the authorities have already taken, and what have they announced?
Well, as far as the government reaction is concerned, we saw the government jumping into damage control mode. Just this morning, School Education Minister Anbil Mahesh held an event at one of these schools where this particular spiritual speaker was invited to speak a couple of days back. And in that event, he also invited the teacher Shankar, who had raised objection to Mahavishnu's speech. And he praised this particular teacher, saying that even though he has lost both his eyes, his education is his eyesight side, because he showed the courage to stand up and ask questions when someone was putting forward regressive thoughts, regressive ideas. And he also encouraged other teachers to do that, point out, raise their voice when they find something wrong, because they are in fact, showing the way to the students. And incidents like these will have a huge impact on students, is what Anbil Mahesh said. But apart from that, Anbil Mahesh also said that a committee has been formed to inquire into this entire issue. This committee will look into who invited the speaker, whether they looked into his credentials, his backgrounds, who gave the permission to go ahead with this speaker event. All of that will be looked into, and once the report is submitted by the committee, then strict action will be taken against anyone who's involved, is what Anbil Mahesh said, because he says what has happened is completely condemnable, highly condemnable, and it shouldn't have happened. So the government will not show any kindness. They're going to be very strict about this, is what Anbil Mahesh, the school education minister, said. And apart from that, they also said that they'll also be filing a police complaint against Mahavishnu. So these are some of the actions that the government has taken. But because the DMK government is drawing a lot of criticism, Chief Minister MK Stalin, he's on a visit to the United States. He had put out a social media post saying that we need to encourage scientific temper among students. And he's also said that he's directed the officials to draw up a new set of guidelines to regulate the kind of events that would be held in schools, because children should only be exposed to progressive ideas towards ideas that promote scientific temper, is what the Chief Minister has also said.
And Shilpa's pictures of the spiritual speaker with various other leaders, other ministers, has been going viral, including DMK ministers, including the education minister himself. So on Twitter, there's a hashtag resign Anbil Mahesh going viral right now. What do you have to say about that?
Well, yes, several pictures of Speaker Mahavishnu with some of the DMK ministers have gone viral on social media, and that includes School Education Minister Anbil Mahesh. When this question was put forward to him, Anbil Mahesh says, see, we are all ministers. A lot of people come and meet us on daily basis. It doesn't mean that we have any kind of connection with these people. It doesn't mean that we are endorsing these people. A lot of people come to us on a daily basis with certain different requests, and many of them take pictures as well. This is beyond our control, is what the justification was from the side of Anbil Mahesh. But the DMK maintains that what happened should not have happened, and that is the reason why they've quickly jumped into damage control mode. In fact, the headmistress and headmaster of these two schools where the motivational speaker was invited, they have also been transferred to other schools in other districts. That is the preliminary or initial action that they've taken. But once the inquiry is completely over, then we can expect more action to be taken against officials. But this has come as a huge embarrassment for the DMK, a party that claims to propagate Dravidian ideology, that claims to propagate social justice and rationalism. The question is, how did DMK government allow such regressive thoughts to be promoted in schools, especially in government schools? That's a big question that many are raising.
Thank you, Shilpa, for joining us. Now, like she said, in a statement that lit the fuse of public outrage, Mahavishnu said, if God were kind, everyone would be equal. What you did in your last birth determines what you receive in this one. And that was just the beginning. Mahavishnu didn't stop at karma. He went on to say that the British had systematically destroyed the Gurukulam education system, erasing knowledge of ancient mantras that could allegedly bring rain, heal the body, or allow humans to fly. A video from the event surfaced online showing a visually impaired teacher confronting Mahavishnu, challenging the introduction of religious views into an academic setting. The heated exchange was shared across platforms, pushing hashtag resign Anbil Mahesh to trend on X, where users were calling for Tamil Nadu School Education Minister Anbil Mahesh to step down. As the viral videos fueled the fire, Minister Anbil Mahesh addressed the issue during a press meet on Friday. Acknowledging the severity of the situation, he promised an inquiry led by the School Education Director S. Kanappan to hold those responsible for the incident accountable. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin too responded to the issue. Without directly mentioning the now viral video, he stressed the importance of scientific thinking, adding that he has ordered the formulation of guidelines in various school programs to ensure that students get exposure to progressive ideas. Science is the way to progress, he said. The social media storm grew, with photos of Mahavishnu alongside various ministers, including the education minister himself, became viral. Critics demanded to know why the speaker had been invited in the first place and whether there was any deeper connection between the spiritual speaker and the ministers. SFI and DYFI activists held a protest march against the education department. Tamil Arasi, the headmistress of the government girls' higher secondary school in Chennai's Ashok Nagar, has been transferred by the school education department to another school in Tiruvallur district following the row over inviting a controversial speaker. K. Shanmugasundaram, the headmaster of Model Higher Secondary School in Chennai's Saidapet, was also transferred to another government school in Chengalpet district. The Saidapet government school had also invited the same speaker to address the students. What do you think about the incident that went down in Tamil Nadu's government school? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Deepthi Rao. You are watching India Today, So South.